It's currently day 57 of showing everything I'm doing to make my clients $1 million. Well, clients, partners, people I work with, whatever you want to call it, in the last 6 months of 2025. And from now on, I'm also going to start explaining some of the things that I'm actually doing, because I was watching back the initial first video of me explaining how this series is going to work, and I realized that I haven't been doing that very often. So sure, I'm documenting what I'm doing, but I'm not explaining how it works, why it works, what I'm doing for the client. I'm just showing that I'm working. And that's cool and all, but I also want to describe that so I can also look back on it, as well as all of y'all are able to get the understanding of what I'm doing. Anyways, I already woke up a few hours ago, hopped on a setting team meeting, hopped on another call, was learning a little bit more about the free community model, low ticket challenge funnels for coaches and community owners, as those are a majority of the people that I partner up with or that are clients of mine, whether they're only making a few $1,000s a month, tens of thousands, or even $100,000 a month. So with that being said, is learn a little bit about that, made some food, got on a setting team meeting, because on the front end, I'm looking for and kind of finding already a great outbound setter and eventually inbound setter who's able to just get calls booked in on my calendar, so that way I can have some lower ticket income, like that's a few $1,000s with like a coaching program, or what I do for a mid-ticket thing for about 5 to 10K, depends on the thing, honestly. Like that's the set price, but depends on the thing I do, who I do it for, and things like that. Anyways, setter, placement, recruitment, training, management, or all of them combined. And if I can have a few of those clients per week of that or some sort of coaching clients, then that's ideal outside of this higher ticket sales partnerships that I have. Anyways, I'm going to meditate real quick, and then I'm going to get back to eating, and then I have some calls that I got to hop on. Alright, I just did probably 8, 10 or something amount of hours of work. Now I got 3 calls. One of them's a call for one of my recently signed partners, and then the other 2 are just setter training calls of recently onboarded setters onto my team. I'm going to take those, do some content, and then probably work out. So, hey, you're going to be able to watch a time lapse of me taking this. Alright, just finished up those calls. Now my plan is just to make some content. I gotta do yesterday's video, like one of these. Like I gotta edit it and post it. I think the same thing with the video before that. Or I might be all caught up now. I'd have to check it out. And on top of that, I'm gonna make an Instagram reel or 2, really getting back into the swing of those so I can get more inbound leads coming in the front end to sign just a couple coaching clients in the front. Oh, And by the way, to describe what I've been doing, because I mentioned I was going to do that. So booked a few sales calls for one of the recent partners that I've signed that I've been majorly working a lot with him on the client work side of things. The first thing is setting up an effective appointment setting process. It's not just in DMs, because I'm already great at that, but it's about setting it up in the school community classroom and setting up the different DM processes, because we have a few different ones. For example, when a member joins, when they join, it's going to be different if they're DMing us asking about being able to join his apprentice program. Or it'll be different if we're reaching out to them, or we have to follow up or something like that. So it's about building out the right process for each one of those to make it a lot more efficient. How do I do that? Well, first it's by testing it out, by saying certain things, seeing how it works. And I already kind of know a lot of it works because I've booked thousands of appointments either directly by myself, or one of my partners or setters have done it in the past. So with that being said, I already have a pretty good just intuitive feeling of kind of what to say and how to say it, but it's about documenting that process and making it copy and paste and efficient. Now, it won't be exactly copy and paste, but having that framework and that structure is going to be great. The next thing we're talking about is getting more people in the door. Obviously, we already had signed that 8K client and 2K up front, and then we haven't had another few conversations that went pretty well. One guy, he's ready to start. He's already kind of verbally committed on the phone to me, and now he's going to be officially starting on Monday. So the way this is done is through having that pre-nurturing beforehand, having them seeing some of the results that some of the people in the apprentice program have gotten before, and then afterwards, you'll get on the call with the founder, have a quick conversation, and be closed there. It's pretty simple how the process works, but it's really just refining that and then making sure the fulfillment is solid. So now on the front end side of things for me, I'm going to be generating more of these inbound leads through creating valuable, engaging content on Instagram to be able to increase my traffic and get more people DMing me or more followers so I can DM them. And afterwards, it's not like I'm trying to hard sell them on something. I just want to genuinely be able to help them out. And if they find my stuff valuable, we can talk about how to work together. If not, it's not a big deal, big problem, whatever you want to call it at all. So that's kind of how I'm doing things at the moment, just to give you an update. I'm going to record that content and edit that content, get it posted, and then hit that workout.